Joe's the kind of character who would probably take his physical form quite seriously. So I think he is certainly the kind of person who goes to the gym. He's a bit of a ladies' man, so he likes to impress. You see him try and chat up some girls at some point, saying things like, "Oh, he played for Manchester United at one point, and he's really clever," and things like that. So I suppose he could have been any size. That wasn't really a specific element to the character, but I think it helps. It plays into Joe's hands because he's that kind of guy. On a shoot, there are certainly things that can frustrate you at times. So sometimes I will actually just, instead of kind of just breathing through that, I will actually just let them frustrate me and kind of make it build in myself to the point where I actually am angry for real, and then I'll let that play out in the scene. And for the sad scenes, I really let myself fall into the story, because it's quite a believable story. It happens all the time. The fact that kind of these people have met and they didn't like each other to begin with, and then they became friends. And Joe's not a bad person. He might come across as quite immature and uncaring, but he's not a bad person at all. And when he realises that Elsie, all she wants to do is just see his son, his caring side comes through, and I think that's quite easy to show. Oh, he's great at guitar. I'd love to be able to play guitar. He owns his own house through some unfortunate events. He owns a very nice house. So there's that. And he's got a great sports car as well. One of the fastest Fiats that money can buy. So that would be nice. He did have a teacher who he didn't used to get on with, and that's one of the reasons why he doesn't like Elsie, because this old teacher who used to kind of just go on and on and on at him reminds him a little of Elsie. So that's one of the reasons why he doesn't like her straight away. And there was a teacher I had when I was younger who I didn't really get on with that well. So I can certainly identify with that. Before a shoot, I'll work on the character more and more leading up to the shoot, so that I find it easier to kind of step into the character. And certainly a few days before the shoot, I will kind of stay kind of half in and half out the character, and try and stay in the character for as long as I can, just so I'm used to it on set, so I can jump in and out. And afterwards, I just let go, and it just disappears. You kind of almost create another kind of family and another world for yourself. Don't look at the camera. So that you kind of become the character, and you can almost stay the character for that short period of time, and you're not interrupted by going home or seeing friends and family and things like that. Because certainly I find that if I see a friend or family, it's harder to stay in character whilst being with them. On a longer shoot, obviously you might have that. The negatives are that it is really intense, really, really hard, very long hours. But you just got to keep going.
So what's it like working with Adam then?
He's full on. He doesn't stop. He'll happily wake up at 8 AM and shoot until 4 AM the next morning. He doesn't eat, he doesn't drink, and he doesn't seem to sleep. Very good for a director, I would guess. And yeah, he knows what he wants, which is good.
Would you ever work with him again?
This is the 100th time I work with him. I think this is the 3rd or 4th time I've worked with him. Of course I work with him again. Yeah, he's great to work with. He's great fun to work with. Really, really good. It's great working with old friends, people I've worked with before and things like that. You can settle straight back into rhythms of work, and especially if you're good friends with the DP or the director or even the writer, you can kind of understand what they're thinking better. So you're both on the same track. You know what each other wants to get out of the shot. And here to have
Yeah,
become
okay,
now.
so let's mate, if we set up here.
Director, professional as
Yeah,
always.
hang on.
And the
Where's Park? He's always
I
getting
don't
his
know
lines wrong.
what that guy does. That guy just follows me around on film sets. Desperate to be my friend. Simon and Adam, two people who are friends of mine, and it makes the whole film shoot so much more fun. Everyone gets along. Everyone's really good friends, and then you can just get through anything.